Hello everybody, my name is Steve Fielding. I'm here with the co-host Morris Morris, and we're here with the Revere Senior News, the October 2017 edition. Hi Morris, how are you?
I'm fine, Steve. Go ahead. You have a lot of things to talk about today, so
Yeah.
you start it off.
Well, we always end up talking about Revere Senior Power, which is the name of our newsletter, and at the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center there's a buzz of activity and there's a lot of things going on, particularly for seniors, and it doesn't mean you have to be 80 or 85 or 90, you can be 60 to come to the Senior Center, as you know, right?
Right.
So anyway, let's take care of some housekeeping things and then we can get into some questions. I know you have a lot of questions on your computer, so let me just update the folks at home on what's happening for the month of October.
Please go.
Now, as you know, Morris, we have a special monthly luncheon every month, and for the month of October, we're going to celebrate Halloween with a Halloween disco dance party, October 24th. And I just want to mention that right off the top because these are a lot of fun. October 24th, I encourage seniors to come, and they have a great lunch at 12, correct?
Yep.
And we're going to have a nice lunch, and we're going to have disco DJ George, who's going to play disco music. And if you don't know him, and you go to Renzo's for pizza, he's there every Wednesday night. He also plays a lot at the Chelsea Senior Center, and most recently in September, he played at the Bocce Bowl tournament that we had in Chelsea that featured Revere versus Chelsea players.
Who won that tournament, by the way?
Unfortunately, after 5.5 hours, Chelsea won by 3 points. But I'll tell you, regardless of the score, Revere seniors should be very proud because they played wonderfully. They played on a surface outside, which they've never played on before. It's a stone dust court, much longer than the one we have in our indoor bocce court at the Senior Center. And it was a fun, fun day for everybody. So I just wanted to mention the Halloween party. It's a disco dance party. Morris plays music in the morning. DJ George comes in the afternoon. We're going to have a dance floor. We have special monthly lunches where we have a lunch at 12 o'clock and the DJ from 1 to 2 or 3 o'clock, depending on how everybody's having a good time.
Right.
Okay. So one thing I do want to mention that's very important is the Medicare open enrollment. From October 15th to December 7th, our Shine counselor at the Revere Rossetti Cowan Senior Center will be meeting with folks and talk about changes you may want to make to your Medicare plan. It's an open enrollment. You can call the Senior Center at 781-286-8156. Our Shine counselor is Barry Olevsky. She's there every Monday, and she takes appointments between 10 and 2. So that's very, very important, and I encourage seniors who may be considering a change in their plan or who want to take an opportunity during the open enrollment to talk to Barry, to call ahead of time at the Senior Center to make the appointment. It gets very busy, and sometimes it's overwhelming. We have to turn away people.
Excuse me, Steve. Before we go into these, there's a question here. What are some of the lunches that we have at the Senior Center? But this gentleman, tell him the best ones we have.
Well,
they're all great.
I will tell you. Let me talk about the October party, what we're having for lunch. This is an example of a great lunch.
Okay.
On October 24th for our Halloween disco party, which is costumes optional, we're going to have stuffed shells with meatballs in sauce, Italian salad, rolls and butter, and a special dessert. I have some big chocolate cakes that I can't wait to share with everybody. That's a really good lunch. And usually the lunches are $1.50. For a special day like that, it's $4 because $2.50 goes towards entertainment. Here's another favorite. I know you like this. Shepherd's pie.
Oh, I love it.
So everybody loves the shepherd's pie, and we usually have shepherd's pie with maybe carrots and a roll and butter and a dessert like pudding or cake or apple pie or something like that. What is one of your favorites?
Stuffed peppers.
Stuffed peppers, okay. Stuffed peppers are a very popular one too. We also have ravioli as a meat sauce. I'll just give you the entrees.
Yep.
The hot dogs on a bun. I don't know why, but we get Old Neighborhood Franks. They're the big hot dogs, and everybody loves those hot dogs.
I know when I was in the hospital, you bought me one of those meatball sandwiches that we had at the, you have.
Yep, and our food, as you know, is ordered just like any other restaurant. We have a commercial kitchen. We order from U.S. Foods, I give them a plug, and Original Crispy Pizza, as well as Bianco's, We go to Liberto's and other venues in the city. And they're the same organizations that provide food to places like the Good Diner, Valare's, Domeno's, Antonia's at the beach. They all go to the same places that we get our food from.
Yep.
know?
Yeah, you know why we have the good food there? Look who's in the kitchen. 3 lovely Italian ladies.
Well, we have Loretta Papa, who's been there for, I think, 23 years.
Right.
We have Maria Licciardi, who's been there, I believe, 22 years.
Wow.
And we have Anna Maria Garante, who's been there a little over a year and a half.
Right.
So they're very good. They come in, and most of the food that we get is preparable food, except for a few things like the shepherd's pie or the meatloaf. And they prepare everything. And they don't just serve it as it is. They enhance the food, if you will.
Before I go in with these over here, there's a nice question here, and I love this one here. We have 2 shuttles now, Steve.
We do.
Okay, tell us.
Well, a couple of years ago, we got a grant, and we received a 2015 Ford EcoVan 350, and the one that we have has 8 seats. And we've been using that for a couple of years. And last month in September, after having one of our shuttles disabled, we received a gift, a free 2009 shuttle van, and we received it from Dennis Cataldo, the owner and president of Cataldo Ambulance Services, and he provided that free of charge. And it was a donation, and thankfully it saved us a lot of money, and thankfully we got it at the time when business started really picking up. And it's, as you know, because you use it,
Definitely.
It's so valuable to seniors to be able to get to and from the senior center or to and from appointments, doctor's offices, pharmacies, the banks, etc.
And the shuttle only stays within Revere or goes outside of Revere?
Well, there's a couple of exceptions. We do go to Beth Israel, which is just on the Chelsea Revere line.
Is that the one near the Walgreens on Broadway there?
It is.
And behind it?
Absolutely.
That's Beth Israel?
That's Beth Israel.
I didn't know
Yep.
that.
And obviously we go to MGH on Ocean Ave.
Yep.
On Wednesdays, depending on the schedule, the number of people, and the availability of drivers, we do go to either Walmart in Lynn or to the mall in Saugus, the Square One Mall, on Wednesdays. Usually we pick up around 11:30, the folks who are going out there, and then we pick them up at a designated time. It could be 1, could be 1:30.
And can I ask you, you have to have coupons for that, and how much are they?
Yes, the coupons, you have to register, come in and register, fill out a contact form and really an emergency contact form. And you have to buy a book of coupons, which is $10. Each coupon is worth $1, so each ride is worth $1. When you go to Lynn or Saugus to either the Walmart or the Square One, it's $2 each, 2 coupons each way. It's a lot
so
cheaper.
it's like a $4 round trip then?
Yeah, and you know what? It's a lot cheaper than most of the other senior centers, I'll tell you.
No question about
Yeah.
it.
Even our lunches, getting back to our lunches are only $1.50, you know, and most senior centers charge more than that. So we're very fortunate to be able to keep that price down.
Right. I'd like to ask you some other questions on exercises here that I looked up. One of them is, I hope I pronounced this right, Tai Chi?
Tai Chi. And we have a great teacher. His name is Bill Barron. He teaches at several senior centers in the area. He teaches in Chelsea, Everett, Malden, and a number of other ones. He's a terrific teacher, and what he does is he brings in the fountain of water, and it's a very calming Tai Chi class, and he teaches movement and slow, deliberate stances, and it helps your mind and your body relax. It's very popular, very popular.
Is Tai Chi anything like yoga, or it's completely
No,
different?
it's a different concept of relaxation.
Oh, is that, okay.
And now his class is 9:30, I'm sorry, 9:30 every Monday morning for about an hour.
Oh, okay.
Now, you had a couple of other questions about exercise, right?
Yeah. Another one I was going to ask you that I got up here was yoga and meditation.
Yes, we have a terrific teacher. Her name is Natalia Cepeda. She's a certified yoga instructor. But her twist is that it's a combination of yoga and meditation, positive thinking, positive psychology. And it is helping a lot of people who come to the senior center. And it's a very popular class, and her class is every Monday and Tuesday. at, let's see, I think we just changed a couple of classes here, 10 o'clock. So, I'm sorry, 11:40, I'm sorry. And so the yoga and meditation is a really good class for people just to calm down. You know, we live in such a rushed society and a rushed world, and this helps people to relax and focus and stay positive.
Right, just to change the subject for 1 minute, if I may. People can also come to the senior center to get their blood pressure.
Yes, you know Carol Donovan. She
Right.
is the city public nurse, and Carol is there every month, usually 2 times a month. And let me just check out the dates that she'll be there in October. October 5th and the 19th. Both of them are Thursdays. She's there from 11 to 12, and she takes the blood pressure, and she'll meet with you individually as well for any concerns you may have regarding your health and blood pressure.
2 other questions on this here.
Sure.
Do they also get flu shots at the senior center?
Well, we did have flu shots. Carol did come down,
Oh,
and
she already
she
came?
scheduled 5 different locations in the month of September. She was at the senior center on September 13th.
Oh.
And she expects to be back. I don't have a date yet, so I can't tell the folks what the October dates are. But if you stay tuned to Revere TV, our
Right.
friends here at Revere TV, they will put it on.
The scroll?
Yes, they will.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Now, you like movies?
I love movies.
Do you like big flat screen TVs?
Yep,
Okay, well, we have one at the senior center, right?
I know that.
So we do have a movie club. We have an 80-inch flat screen TV. On Wednesdays from 12:30 to 2:30, 3 o'clock, we show up-to-date releases. And we get usually between 15 and 20 people, and we have coffee and snacks. And we have 2 good movies for at least I can tell you about for the month of October. October 4th, we have the movie version of Beauty and the Beast. And that stars Stanley Tucci and Ewan McGregor. And that's very popular. And on October 11th, that's called La La Land. I suppose that's about LA. It's a musical. And that stars Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. And a lot of seniors do like musicals. This is a most recent one. I think it won a number of Academy Awards, so it's only about a year old.
Okay, here's another thing that came across here. I don't know if he calls a painting, but I think watercolor class would be more like it.
Yeah, here's the thing about the watercolor class. We had a wonderful teacher, Anthony Achatulo, who just retired in the summer. He had been a watercolor instructor for 19 years at the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center, and he did retire. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of people feel separation anxiety because of that. We have about 12 to 15 people who over the years have taken the watercolor class, and I had 2 potential instructors, but they fell through. So I am looking for a watercolor instructor. Not that these people need to be learning from the beginning, but as an artist, from what I understand, you always want to enhance your abilities. And so I do make an appeal out there. If anybody knows a watercolor artist that would like to monitor and mentor the folks that come in the watercolor class, please give me a call at the Senior Center. The watercolor class is every Monday from 9:30 to 11:30.
Right, Stephen, if they want to contact you, can you give them the email and the telephone number?
You can call the Senior Center, 781-286-8156. If you want to email me, you can email sfielding, as in baseball, @revere.org. Now, I know that you like computers, because you always have a computer in front of you.
Right, that's the only one that talks to me decently.
Well, we do have a computer class, and it runs 5 classes. This one does cost $20, and we have a great teacher. Her name is Brenda. It's a beginning class, but we're also trying to bring in people who are a little bit more advanced. So if you're a little bit above the beginner, say an intermediate or even an expert, please come down to the Senior Center or call to register for a class. And it's the same Senior Center number, and register for a class. We try to keep it to 5 students for every teacher that we have.
Right.
So, and it's 5 classes. And at the end, we have a relationship with MGH,
Yep.
and the health educator. Her name is Ming Sung, and we present a certificate to those who graduate.
Right. When you say computer class, do you also do tablets?
Well, we do have iPads, and
Yeah.
we do incorporate that in part of the class. Should the people be interested in learning how an iPad works?
Okay,
Yeah.
do you let the iPads go home with the student?
No,
Okay.
no. But they're free to come in and use them. And another thing I want to tell folks out there is if they want to use the computers outside of the class, they're free to do that, to come in and use our computers.
Right, but
the only thing I ask is on Mondays, we do have our Shine counselor in that room, so they're not the computers aren't available on the Mondays, but the other days they are.
oh, okay, that's good.
So if
to
you're
know.
a senior at home and you don't have a computer, come on down.
That's good.
Yep.
And that's $20 for 5 classes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there was a rumor going around. I don't know if it's true. Veterans who cannot afford it, they can also come in and take
It's
it,
free to veterans. Absolutely free to veterans.
regardless of income or anything.
That's right. You just tell me you're a veteran. A veteran never lies.
That's true. That's
I mean,
true.
I really, honest to God, I feel that, this is a good opportunity for veterans who may want to hone their skills. Maybe they want to practice before they apply for a job or go for an interview or whatever it might be.
Or maybe they could look for a job on the computer.
They could absolutely do that. They could absolutely do that. I think that's a great idea too.
Okay.
Now, you were going to ask me about our ceramics and our book club and several
Yep,
other things,
but I got
right?
another one here too.
Go ahead,
Before
go
we
for
get to
it.
that, can I ask you about the combo exercises? I don't know what they mean by combo.
Well, combo is one of the most popular exercise classes that we have, and we have a great teacher, Nancy McInerney. She's been in the Senior Center for many, many years, and that's kind of a combination of movements, and it has to do with standalone or stand-up exercises as well as chair exercises, as well as physical, running in place and jumping jacks and things like that. And Nancy has a very popular class because the key to any senior's life is to keep moving. You know that. I mean, you're one of the guys that always does that. And, you start sitting down and being sedentary, you're not going to be limber, and you're going to be more painful. So you got to force yourself to do it.
Okay, now you wanted to talk about the ceramics.
Yeah, we have a couple of things that we're trying to build up, and I asked the folks at home if you're into ceramics or some kind of creativity like that. We have a great ceramics teacher, Rosemary Ardagna, and she teaches ceramics, and we have a pretty good class for that. But I'm always trying to encourage people rather to come in and take that class. Our book club is meeting quite often. I'm not going to give you the dates because they've changed for the next few months on a temporary basis. But our librarian, Janice Von Hukelman, usually meets on Thursdays, the third Thursday of the month. And there is no meeting for the month of October, but I know in November it'll be the 21st. And usually she brings the books, so you don't have to go to the library, you don't have to check out any books. She'll distribute them, and then the following month what happens is you have read the book already and you discuss it, and again, over coffee and socialization, you discuss what you got out of the book. So that's a great thing.
This gentleman, I guess he didn't, well, you can't talk to them over here. He wanted to know a little bit more information about the Medicare open enrollment. Could you repeat that for
Yeah, we talked about that
the
at
seniors,
the top
'cause-
of the show, and it's for seniors, and the Medicare open enrollment is October 15th to December 7th, and it gives you the opportunity to change your insurance plan. And what you can do is phone the Senior Center at 781-286-8156. Our Shine counselor is available to take appointments every Monday, and they're between the hours of 10 and 2. Now, if we can't accommodate you, you can call Mystic Valley as well, and I mean Mystic Valley Elder Services, and they have a number called 1-800-243-4636, and you can leave your name and number if nobody answers that particular number, and you can make an appointment through them if we cannot accommodate you at the Senior Center. And I'll reiterate what I said at the top of the show. During the open enrollment, it becomes very busy, and Barry is a volunteer, and occasionally we do have a second Shine counselor, but it gets filled pretty fast every Monday.
Right. What other plans do you have for our senior center? And future plans, I should say.
Well, right now I am in the process of working with some quotes that I've gotten about our front facade, our front entrance. We have some maintenance to do with the railing and the brick and the ramps. And since September, I've been able to get several quotes. So now it's a matter of making a decision. I do want to tell the folks at home we're always trying to improve the senior center. We've painted almost the entire senior center over the last 2 years. We are taking care of some problems in the basement with flooding, and that's being addressed as we speak. The other thing is that we've been very fortunate to have the Northeast Vocational Regional High School come down and do some work for us. They set up our TV, and I hope to use them to set up some security cameras in our building. One of the things that we're also looking forward to doing is having an awning built in the back porch and the back entrance. Even though our roof was corrected, there's still a little bit of drainage coming down and some water, and I'd like to at least have some kind of coverage up there. And we are working with the DPW on the side entrance where the parking lot is. And I'm in the process also of getting quotes for 3 new doors. We need new doors, pretty badly.
Right. Is anything happening with the front of the senior center with the broken railings?
Well, that's what I was talking about. I have 3 masonry quotes now now that we're talking about October, since the second week of September when we aired this show. I've gotten 3 quotes, and I have another one coming in. So I hope to have that corrected.
Right, and do you think they'll ever fix that parking lot? Because a lot of places, especially, we noticed it today, and I noticed it when it was raining, there's puddles that build up in areas that are settled.
I know that the DPW did come down, and they looked at the drainage area and the sewer cover, and they're going to try to correct that. As far as the parking lot, I can't say at this point. I know that there's major issues under there because there used to be a fence under there. There's a lot of old tree stumps, and many years ago, I guess, they paved right over it. So it's something that we have to talk about further and what the cost might be. I would like to at least get the parking lot done. Never mind the entry into the parking lot.
Right.
The parking lot needs to be done too, but I don't think that's going to happen before the winter.
See, the reason for that is, if you notice, like when it rains, certain areas have puddles, number one. But this is okay maybe now. But in the winter, when it freezes, people are going to fall.
I know. They have, and it's a serious thing. So I just hope that we can address that quickly.
Okay.
One of the things that we also want to talk about was before we run out of time, is the Medicare scam.
Yep.
Why don't you tell the folks about that a little bit, just a synopsis. And we got 5 minutes left, so.
Right. That's exactly what we have. So I'd like to speak a little on the Medicare scam. This is from the Senior Medicare Patrol. And in this type of scam, individuals contact beneficiaries claiming to represent Medicare, saying the beneficiary needs a new Medicare card. This may threaten beneficiaries with the loss of Medicare benefits if they don't comply. Steve, you read this part, and I'll read the last part, the middle part.
Many times beneficiaries are asked to provide their personal information, particularly their Medicare number and bank account, sometimes being offered gifts or money for providing that information. So in other examples, beneficiaries are also told they have to pay this through a new Medicare card, which is not true.
Right, so for your senior folks out there who are on Medicare or Medicaid, Medicare beneficiaries receive a Medicare number and card automatically upon enrollment. Medicare cards do not, I emphasize, do not expire. Medicare cards will not call beneficiaries to offer a new card. So if you get any of those other things, they're scams. So you never give them your information, your debit card, your Social Security, or anything over the phone, unless you know who you are dealing with.
So before we wrap up, would you like to say anything in closing, and then I'll follow up and close the show out?
Well, I was going to ask you about some of the guests that you have coming up in the month of, let's say, in the near future. Who do we have coming up in October?
Well, October we have DJ George, which is the disco party. Our Thanksgiving luncheon, we have Johnny Costanzo, who's an excellent singer. December 19th Christmas luncheon, we have a great guy, Lou Seriani, and he's going to provide a great, great Christmas show. And in addition to that, we always have the St. Mary's of Lynn dance team come down. Beverly Richards comes down.
Yes, I
Beverly Richards Buckley, I should say, comes down with the girls, and they always put on a great show.
Right.
And that's another one that we always have.
And you know, if people want to come down to the senior center, and if they come over to me, I will play their music, their favorite songs, whether it be Italian, Chinese, Russian, whatever.
Right.
We play it, and if they want to see their hometown, if they came from a foreign country, and they want to reminisce about that, we'll show them what their foreign country looks like.
And
So,
you just did that. We have a guy named Sergio
right.
Narana.
Yep.
Sergio is 93 years old. He came into the senior center the other day after being out for a while, and he was so proud. He had his American citizenship
Yep.
certification, and he's 93 years old, and he just became a citizen. It was fantastic.
Right.
His face was so lit up, and we had a little celebration for him, and he was so happy. It took him years, but he was happy. And then he went to see you.
Yep, and I played the Cumbias out of Colombia for him.
He is originally from Colombia, and you played some Colombian music
Right.
for him, and you showed him his old hometown on
Which
the
was
computer.
Medellin.
Okay, and I know he enjoyed that very much, so it was
Right.
good.
Now we have exactly 2 minutes to wrap it up. You take a minute and a half, and I'll do the other half.
Okay, so the Rossetti Revere, the Revere Rossetti Cowan Senior Center, that's a mouthful, is an awesome place for seniors to come. Get out of your house. Move away from those four walls. Come down to a warm, inviting, safe, positive, fun environment. Socialize. Meet other seniors. You'll probably know a lot of people. We have a lot of activities. We have special monthly luncheons. We have many guests. We have music by Morris Morris. We have great food. If you can't get there on your own, we have a shuttle service that's awesome. So I encourage you to come down. If you want a tour, we have Roseanne Colanino, our ambassador of the Senior Center, as I call her. She will bring you all around the Senior Center and give you a great tour. You're up.
Okay.
You're up.
Thank you. And to all you folks out there, we'd love to see you come down to the Senior Center. And if you have any questions that we have not talked about, please feel free to call Steve Fielding or send them down to the address. What's the address of the Senior Center?
25 Winthrop Avenue. If you want to learn more about the Senior Center, go on www.revere.org/Elder Affairs Department. We have a walkthrough video. You can click on that and you'll see a video tour of the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center.
Right.
Come on down.
Right, and with that we close. We want to thank all you people in Revere for listening. We want to thank our troops overseas, our veterans, the military. Thank you for serving. And most of all, we want to bless our great country, the United States of America, and God bless all our folks out there. And thank you for listening. Thank you.